you.
Hi, everybody. How are you today? Okay, so we got a couple stories that we're going to talk about today. First, we're going to talk about Kandi Burruss basically saying that Nene threw her under the bus, her and the entire cast, by claiming that Andy Cohen was racist. Then we're going to talk about, oh my God, Khloe Kardashian hooking up with Trey Songz. Yeah, we'll get into that. We're going to talk about Royce Reed pleading not guilty and just how much trouble she's really in. We're also going to talk about Tyler Perry coming out saying that he never blackballed Monique. Okay, some people are calling him a liar. I don't know. We're also going to mention, we're going to talk about Wendy Williams and how allegedly The View wants to hire Wendy Williams. Make it what? You already had your own. We'll talk about that. And then we're going to talk about, since I'm just adding in, Carlos King doing the opposite of Andy Cohen. Andy Cohen does not embrace bloggers. He thinks that they're above the fray. Carlos King doesn't do that. It might be the smarter route to go. And not only that, he's coming out with his own podcast. So who should we talk about first? Crazy Khloe. Let's get Kandi out the way since I have the interview about Kandi. Okay, so Kandi Burruss did an interview in which she came out and said that she didn't agree with Nene the way she handled the exit, that's what I'm going to call it, the exit plan, and how she thinks that Nene threw the whole cast under the bus. I'm going to go ahead and play this 2-minute interview, and then I'll give my opinions on that. Hold on. Because I don't know. Here, every day, we have a debate about how people feel about things. Let's just listen to this first, and then we'll get into it.
What did you think when Nene left, when she said that the show, that Bravo was racist towards her, and so is Andy Cohen? What were your thoughts when you heard that from Miss Nene leaving?
Well, that was her second time leaving. She had left once before, and she had come back. Realistically, I don't agree. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody can have their own opinion. I did not agree. I mean, I personally feel like for years, she has already told people that, you know, she used to brag about being the highest paid housewife, period, or paid on our show or whatever. But it was always rumored, you know, we don't know exactly how much people make on our network, but it's always been rumored that Housewives of Atlanta makes more than any of the other franchises. So to me, with that being said, you can't brag about being paid the most of anybody and then say that they're not treating you right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, because like when you look at a job, a lot of times you equate that to your pay. You know what I'm saying? And this is technically a job. And so if they're paying you like, you know, they supposed to have been paying you all these years, you know, you can't come back and say, oh, they treated me unfairly because you didn't get something else that you wanted, you know, or something that you didn't like, however, your contract that particular year. You can't go back and just negate everything else that, you know, that they've done in your situation. So that's why I cannot agree with that. I mean, I know a lot of the women, especially at that time, you know, now we got a lot of new people. It's not as many of us still left on the show, but at that time, you know, we still had like, you know, 4 or 5 of us who had been there for a while. We was making some really good money. So I was just like, yeah, how does that work? You know what I mean? It's not like one person is doing well on the show. It's like multiple women on the show are doing really well. So to come back and be like, oh yeah, they treating us unfairly. I mean, yeah, it's certain things that you may not like, certain things that you may want to, you know, try to do better. But overall, to say that they were racist, I didn't agree with that at all.
There you have it, people. She's coming out saying that Bravo, aka Andy Cohen, is not racist. Not only is he not racist, you put our paychecks in danger because we were getting paid pretty good over there. And it could have affected the way that Bravo started paying us. In other words, you didn't think about how it was going to affect us when you start crying racism. We still have to work with this man. This man is responsible for paying us, and I don't want my money harmed. I'm not going to say how I feel because everybody going to go crazy. I'll say how I feel later. But that's what she's saying. The complete opposite of what Nene said and Mariah Hawk has said. A lot of people have said that Bravo was racist, but Kandi's not going to cross that threshold. She said, I still have to work there. Not only that, your timing is off, Nene. You weren't complaining about it when you were the queen of Roa. Now you want to cry and complain. This is crazy. This is crazy. We'll talk about that. Let's move on to my next story. Let's talk about, oh gosh, Wendy Williams. Let me put this article up here. It's being reported. Now, this doesn't make any sense. That's why I got to put the article up, because I did not make this up. It's being reported that The View wants Wendy Williams to be her first interview when she comes back. That makes sense. With the intention, they want her to come on as a rotating guest. Why would Wendy Williams want to be a rotating guest on The View? Not only that, Radar Online is saying that she is considering doing it. What? This makes no sense. None. You had your own show. There's rumors out there that you have a podcast. This just feeds into who are putting out these crazy stories. It just doesn't make sense. Now, there's the rumor out there that she's in rehab. We know what she's going through. But I also wanted to point out something that Diva emailed me the other day. I don't know if you guys remember. Do you guys remember it was first AT2 came on the show and he said that this picture looked really phony, that it looked like Tommy was photoshopped him and his wife into the picture. Let me put this up. This is so crazy. I don't know. I had to put it up because I'm not making this. I'm not making this up, people. So here was the family photo, remember? And if you zoom in, there was Tommy and his wife with no legs, remember? And we were like, this just does not look right. Someone's going around putting out phony stories about Wendy. This was our conclusion. And it just doesn't look right. So Diva just sent me this. And she sent me this a couple days ago. She said, Sharrell, we were right because I got this picture from a major outlet, the same picture, only it's missing Tommy's wife and still legs. Let me take this. Let's zoom in on what she's talking about. I just showed you the other picture with Tommy's wife standing behind him with no legs. Now this shows up in a major outlet, still no legs. And now what the hell happened to Renita? I'm just saying, I'm not going to be judging just yet. I'm just getting the stories out, what's going on. Why would Wendy Williams not return to her own show and go back to The View? I'm just saying, I'm not even trying to make it make sense. I'm just telling you what's going down. It makes no sense. Tommy, where the hell your legs at? And what happened to your wife? I'm just saying, we got to keep this just in the back of our minds. What's going on? All these crazy stories come out. A story came out, was it yesterday, 2 days ago? She's all in happy bliss with DJ Booth, who didn't like her, who threatened to sue her, who claims, he was there the time she was playing with her vajayjay. And now he's acting like none of those things were said and she's just fine. Somebody said, did they pay him off? Somebody said that. I can't remember who it was. It might have been Tasha K. I can't remember. Another blogger said, are they paying people off over there? I can't remember who said it, but strange. Okay, we're going to talk about that. Let me go move on because that is crazy. Let's talk about Royce. Mm. Okay, so this is serious. This is really, really serious. Okay, so let me put the article up. So it's being reported that Royce pled not guilty today. Let me put the article up. Hold on. I like to do that so people don't say, you made that up. That she pled not guilty. I'll put this article up. Hold on. She's in big trouble. She plain not guilty, and basically her argument is she did not know her son was breaking the rules and hanging around these younger children. Basically, the prosecution's argument is it was your job to know, and he shouldn't even be put in a position where he could have been hanging around the children he wasn't supposed to. Okay. Also, Royce is asking for a list of people that they might bring on the stand. They also want any oral statements from those people. They want surveillance. They want surveillance evidence and wiretapping, anything over the phone saying to prove that she knew that these people, that her child was hanging around the younger minors that he wasn't supposed to. That's not going to fly, Royce. That's not going to fly. I agree with the prosecution. The judge told you to make sure that he's not hanging around any children 2 years younger than him. Now it gets worse than that. So I see why they didn't charge Dwight, because he was not in Dwight's care, your care. Okay. But it gets worse than that. So on Lipstick Alley, they're saying that, yes, it's true. And we had speculated about this, that her son was molested by a former boyfriend of Royce. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. I'm just going to say what's going on right now, because it sounds like prematurely, if I were to judge at first, Rush, you're not doing your job. A former boyfriend, then you bring another man around him, knowing what he's going through, and it's even worse because the kid now, it seems like he was pleading out to help for his father because he was going through some things. It's not looking good for you, Royce. From in the beginning, we don't know what kind of evidence you're going to bring forth, but and now I want surveillance tapes. You want proof that your son was hanging around children that he wasn't supposed to be hanging around. Is it the children saying it enough proof? This is going to be messy. We'll talk about that. And then you got children that are going to testify. This is just, Royce, it's not looking good for you. Not looking good. Let's move on to Tyler Perry. Remember yesterday we had that big debate about Tyler Perry, Lee Daniels, and Oprah blackballing Monique, and 50 Cent came out and wanted them to apologize. Now it's being reported that 50 Cent reached out to Tyler Perry. And Tyler Perry is saying he told 50 Cent he never blackballed Monique. Now, Tyler, I love you, but the girl did not work for 13 years. Somebody blackballed her. I'm just, somebody did it. Somebody did it. You're trying to call Monique a liar? Well, what? Not only that, thank you for the super chat, Brownstone. He's saying that he's happy that 50 Cent is now going to employ Monique. Okay. Now you're happy. I'm just saying, I don't know. People are calling him Medea in the chat, saying Medea lying. Medea is lying. Okay, Medea. I'm not going to call him You're lying. You're lying, Tyler. She's been crying this story for 13 years. I hate to talk about my boy Tyler Perry. I love Tyler. I respect what he's done and what he's accomplished. But you're lying. I don't believe that you didn't blackball her, unless you're saying I didn't make the phone calls personally. It was Oprah and Lee Daniels. I mean, but it's just so coincidental that I don't know. It was definitely, you guys were definitely mad at her. Can you at least admit that? You were definitely mad at her. You guys are all powerful, and what you guys think and say, has weight in Hollywood. If it wasn't Medea, then it was Miss Sophia. Y'all are wrong. Miss Sophia, really? Y'all are wrong for that. Y'all are wrong for that. But we'll talk about that later. That is so funny. What else story did I have to share with you guys today? Oh, gosh. Oh, Khloe, let me put the article up. So, listen, it's being reported that Trey Songz and Khloe were spotted out at a restaurant. What's the name of that restaurant? Spotted out on a date at a restaurant. And that was bad. That was bad. Like, what the hell is Khloe doing hanging out with an accused sexual assault artist person? Not only that, he has a girlfriend. Her name is Yasmin Lopez. She's on the show on the Zeus Network. One More Chance. Do you guys remember Chance from in Miss New York? So he has a show. She's on that dating show. He has a girlfriend, but now it's being reported it gets worse than that. They've been hooking up. Make this make sense to me, people. We cannot forgive Khloe saying these men are doing this to her, doing that to her. She's doing it to herself. When you're with Trey Songz, it doesn't make sense. Khloe, listen, out of all the Kardashians, you're my favorite. You're the most likable to me. But I think you're the one with the most man. Listen, you're part of the bunch. Y'all, they all have man problems. But it's like Khloe's always getting done wrong. She picks the wrong guys. I'm not going to go over their history. We all know about Lamar. We all know, like, she's always getting done wrong. She also has a reputation for taking other people's men. French Montana. Remember Trina came out and said that. This is not a good look. This is not Trey Songz. And let's just say that it's a false allegation. Why are you at a restaurant with him? Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. It's all over. It doesn't make sense. Oh, you guys are so mean in the chat. No one is. You guys are not playing with Khloe. Let me drop the link the old-fashioned way until I could get it. If this is true and you've been hooking up with Trey, no one can feel sorry for you when this goes wrong. How did you even let this secret out the bag? Why were you guys spotted out together by yourselves? It just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't. Let me start taking calls, people. Hey, Diva.
Hey.
Girl, so much to talk about today. So much. What do you want to start with first? Do we start with Kandi? Kandi saying Andy's not racist.
That piece of it, I mean, I guess it is what it is, but the other piece of what she said is absolutely true. And that's why nobody wanted to hear what Nene had to say when she came out and said it.
What part is true?
The part of the whole time you were bragging about y'all were the highest paid one and you were the highest paid housewife. The two stories don't add up. Do they hate you? They usually don't pay people that they dislike and can't stand the highest rate out of all the franchises. So you were even saying at that time you were higher paid than all of them, New York, Beverly Hills, everybody. And they don't traditionally look like you look. So you're saying they paid you the most, but yes, they
Gotcha.
can't stand you. It just
Mhm.
didn't make sense.
But
So right,
Diva, we got to prepare for this argument when we start taking up callers. What about people who are going to say other people have said that Bravo's racist, and Kandi is throwing Nene under the bus?
well, I'm going to say this, Sharrell. When you go to make a complaint, in order for people to hear you, I keep saying this, before all of the people to hear you, you got to be 100% legit and have the correct facts. So no one's going to hear you when the whole 9 years or however many seasons she was on that show, she sat there, she was good. And not only that, they got the footage. She was one of the highest housewives that came on Watch What Happens Live with Andy. She went on his show about 10 million times and Kiki and Ha Ha with him. You don't have to go to Watch What Happens Live with Andy, but you went there time after time after time again. You're going to keep going to somebody's show that you can't stand that and they can't stand you and they're racist? You said you threw his baby shower. You threw the baby shower for somebody that you feel is racist? Come on,
Yes,
what
you
you
did.
saying out your mouth doesn't make any sense.
What about the fact that when racism occurs, we're supposed to stick together? Now, rather it happened later, but what if it did happen later on and she's allowed to speak up for that? What about that? What about Kandi saying, you're not going to mess up my bag? No.
Well, Kandi saying that because she's saying the whole time you didn't care what happened to nobody else on that show. But the minute your contract didn't say what you wanted it to say, now you want to claim all of these ills and all these things. But besides that, even after the fact, your actions doesn't match up to your words. After the fact, when the check was really ran dry and you wasn't on the show no more, you said, all I need to do is have a sit down with Andy and we can fix this. What is it? Are they racist? But now you can have a sit down and you will come back to Bravo? Like, girl, stop. It was about your money. You was mad at the contract. You was mad that they held you up as the queen for years. And then when they knocked you down, you was pissed.
Let me start bringing up all the callers because let's just try to get a lot of callers in today, Diva. That way, because Perry and them aren't coming. Hey, Smoke. Hey, Lola.
Oh,
hey, how are y'all?
Oh, Smoke in the building. Oh my God.
Diva, don't worry. I'm not going to come for you today.
Let's start with you, Lola. Listen, did Kandi just throw Nene under the bus?
I both agree and disagree with Diva. I get what you're saying. Like while Nene was having her way around the palace, she had no qualms with nobody. She was living her life, doing the best, couldn't live it better. However, I do feel as if Kandi should not be the one to talk against her, only because y'all the minority in this Bravo group, right? There's only so many Black women. It's just Potomac and they light skin. It's just, you know what I'm saying? In Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like for her to come out and say it, I just felt like it could have been left up to someone else. Like we all get it. I know where you're coming from. And let's be honest, Nene is no saint. She was a bully and a terror to work with. I'm with that 100%. But at the same time, I just felt like it shouldn't have been Kandi to say.
Now, Smoke, I'm going to assume that because we know that Lola's not African American. Are you African American, Smoke?
Yes, I am.
Oh, bring the smoke.
Yes, I am. In regards to this, I mean, I agree with Diva and I agree with Lola. Like, yeah, Nene, you can't have it both ways where you're like, you were Bravo's top girl and you were the you were the it girl. And then when you have a falling out with your bosses, then they become racist and we should boycott Bravo. But then when the checks aren't coming in like they're used to, oh, we need to have a sit down and talk. It's conflicting and confusing. Granted, I don't think Kandi should have been the one to deliver that message because her and Nene's relationship and the communication has been just fractured since the time she's been on that show. And I feel like this is just going to make it worse for their relationship.
But if it's the truth, Smoke, and that's how she feels, why can't Kandi say how she feels?
Because we see what happens when Kandi says how she feels. It starts on these Instagram wars, people unfollowing each other, leaving nasty comments on posts. It's just unnecessary. And I feel like that could have been, she could have just answered that question more tactfully because she knows that was like a bait and she took it, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I also feel like I agree with Smoke in a sense. Like since the time that Kandi had that really bad haircut on her first season, and she got into a fight with Nene.
You are messy. I'm not messing with
it was horrible. Y'all know that wig was horrible. Stop playing with me. She has never liked Nene. I felt like she never recovered from that. She's always side-eyed Nene. Always gave Nene the
You feel that
Kandi
Kandi always comes for Nene?
Not necessarily comes, but she never liked her. Like you could tell, she never fully liked her.
Well, you know,
like she
Well,
always
Nene's
like.
a grudge. I mean, Candy's a grudge holder. Candy's
Right,
exactly.
exactly.
Yeah, she really is.
Y'all know her hair was bad.
I'm not saying that. I gotta play. I'm a plead Kandi. That's when you just.
That was one of Mama Joyce's good wigs from Sunday Service. That's
No, Mama Joyce got better wigs than Kandi. Let's be.
Let's talk about this photo in Wendy Williams' child.
Her brother ain't shit.
Yes.
Why is Tommy going around photoshopping pictures of his sister, trying to act like she's perfectly fine?
Ain't it trifling when it's your own family? Ain't it trifling when it's your own family?
I think we narrowed it down. I think it's Tommy and he's in cahoots with what's his name?
Kelvin, Sharina.
Yeah.
And the baby.
And the baby.
Yeah.
Don't bring the baby in it now.
Oh, not the baby. Sorry. No baby. Sorry.
No babies.
Diva, how did you remember that picture? And it was smart of you to send it to me. Like photoshopping pictures.
You know how I remember it, Sharrell? Because they like to drag us for filth. And I love when the evidence comes up that what we trying to tell the people is the truth. We said the picture was old. We said it was a lie. We said he photoshopped it. And we also said that Kevin Jr. was too young in there because he got a full-blown beard and everything now. Yeah. We tried to tell the people that the pictures are Photoshop, that Tommy is behind this whole thing. He would be the only one that want to Photoshop his wife in the picture. Wow. Who else would really want to put his wife in the picture? So we knew that Tommy is behind the nonsense. He's playing games.
Tommy's behind the nonsense. Somebody want me to show the picture again. Let me put it back.
Show the picture.
Show the legs. Show the legs.
Show the evidence. Show the evidence.
Pull up the receivers.
Okay, let me put this picture up. So this is the picture that Tommy put on his social media. And in this picture is his wife. So here's Tommy.
Where's the wife?
Right behind him, in the same kind of like colors.
Yo, that is crazy looking.
No way.
Wait, hold on. Go to the left.
The first time.
Wait, go to the left. Why did Grandpa in the back look like he was photoshopped from like the 1800s with the vest on? Don't he look like he was photoshopped from like the 1920s?
So
here's his fashion is out of place.
They're supposed to be at a family function. Okay, fine. Whatever. But then Diva came across this picture in a media outlet, right?
Yeah.
Dang.
And here is Tommy, still no legs. And now the wife is gone.
It looks more natural in this picture. He looks like he actually was there.
Right? Don't it?
What?
Yes.
Because the wife isn't photoshopped in, and he probably photoshopped his. It probably was a space here. And everybody else was probably, and this is an old picture, because where's the son? Where's the son?
Right.
Oh my God, that is an old picture. Look.
Yeah, he looked like a baby. He looked like a baby still in the face.
Oh my God, Tommy. What are you doing?
Tommy got a lot of time on his hands. Tommy got a lot of time on his hands.
If they go back to the video that day, they was dragging us for filth. They said, nah, this is Wendy.
I see that Diva is I told you so picture. And this is really funny. Let me notice this. Let's look at everybody's legs. Wendy has legs. The son has legs. This girl has legs. Tommy, where are your legs?
Where your legs, Tommy?
He could have been folding them Indian style in his chair.
Wow.
Tommy, where are your legs? No, I don't know. He's trying. Somebody in that family, most likely Kevin and Tommy, wants everyone to know feel that Wendy is okay and she's just days away from coming back and being okay.
No, they need to
Oh,
stop
God.
that.
Somebody paid off Booth. I said it.
Yeah, they
I
did.
said
Of course, Sharrell, they did. You absolutely right. They had to.
somebody
He
done
was
paid
still.
off
He was.
Booth.
He
and-
was swearing that she was the worst person ever, like 2 months ago, and now they're as sick as thieves. That make no damn sense to me.
But can I ask a question? Why are they trying so hard to give the appearance that Wendy is okay? What will happen? They're saying, Wendy's going through a trying time right now, and she needs to heal and like get herself together.
Listen, that's what we got to find out. Now, we already discovered that they are lying to the public.
Right.
These 2 Photoshop pictures is proof that they are lying to the Booth coming out is evidence that they are lying to the public. I mean, Booth was pissed and almost sued Wendy. Now, all of a sudden,
y'all he did a video, Sharrell, talking about the truth going to come out. Y'all just wait and see, and blah 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 blah. And now you trying to bamboozle us too, talking about you had lunch with her. Come on, Boo. Come on, DJ Boo.
You said yesterday, Diva, that picture with Booth looks old. Do you remember?
It's old.
It does. He probably hasn't seen her since the last time he worked there. How much you want to bet? And he just drudged up an old picture, put it up there because they sent him a little something to his Cash App. That was right, with a couple zeros on the end of it. And then he just posted a picture and made it seem like it was the other day.
Let's move on to Royce. Is Royce in trouble?
Oh, that's heavy. This is heavy.
She's in trouble.
Can I just say this? I'm not a parent, but I feel like, especially when your kids are teenagers, like when you were teenagers, did your parents know every single thing you were up to on the 24 hours a day, 7 days a week? Like,
yeah, I have a black mama.
I have a Latin mother.
She sure did.
No, you don't, Lola. But every parent doesn't have a court order from a judge.
Right. Right.
When you have a court order from a judge, that's your job. You cannot mess up on that.
Right, but if he's going to school, for example, she can't go with him. Like, she can't go with him.
The rumor is that your boyfriend M'd your child. You're not watching him.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, she's completely out of it.
And to be honest, I saw a photo of, I don't know if you remember Basketball Wives, like Royce's like last season when she had that footballer boyfriend. There's a photo online with him in the bed with her son. And allegedly, I think...
Wait, stop. What did you just say?
So there was a photo online of Royce's son and her ex-boyfriend who was on the season of Basketball Wives in the same bed together. And that was the one that Dwight had an issue with. I'm alleging that I think something may have happened between him and that boyfriend at that time. Allegedly. That is.
I mean, there has been a history of abuse, right? Like, that seems to be the background, that he went through his own abuse in the past. So therefore,
Dwight?
No, I'm talking about the son.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I feel like that was one of the boyfriends that may have done something.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Listen,
like,
we can't wait for the media to tell us what's going on. Just like we figured it out with Wendy that they're lying. That has to be. And I'm not trying to put anybody on blast. Ooh. Why? You can never catch me with a picture of my son in bed with a boyfriend.
Yeah, that's crossing so many lines.
And my mom used to watch me at all times. I couldn't spend a night at people's houses.
Right, me neither. Yeah, honestly,
I couldn't spend a night at people's houses.
I mean, like, listen, I even feel weird about, like, y'all gonna look at me like I'm crazy right now, but I even feel weird about like little girls being in bed with their own fathers. Like, even if it's just taking a nap, no. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just weird like that. Like, that's how much of a because not that the dad might do something, but you need to train them from a young age to protect themselves, boys and girls. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't go into bed with nobody. And I wasn't allowed to sleep over nobody's house either. They had to come to my mom's house and eat her weird Latin food.
Exactly. Let's try to get a bunch of calls in today. Since Perry's not here.
Hi, Sheila, that's why it's people. That's why it's people.
Hello, how are you today?
Lola.
What did you want to sound off on?
Well, I want to sound off on Royce.
Royce.
She is responsible for her son.
Yep.
She's responsible to know that there are other children that could be around.
Yep.
They didn't say leave the court and don't watch him. He has an issue. Every day I see reports that come across my desk with kids that are in that type of situation, that are abusers, have been abused. And the
Wait,
fact
what kind of what kind of work are you in?
I work for a board agency. I'll just say that for the last 37 years.
Oh.
But it's just that she took that very lightly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have to watch your children around these boyfriends.
Right.
And Smoke is correct. There is a picture of her having her son in bed with one of her ex-boyfriends.
Yeah.
People don't understand how important it is. I don't care if it's a boy, a girl, you need to watch your children, especially if you know they have the tendency to harm themselves or other children.
Need to start vetting who you're getting with too. Maybe do background checks. If you have children in your home and you want to date someone, you need to start vetting people. Google them, do background checks. You can go online and find out somebody got a mugshot. You can Google gray hair divas mugshot from 1993. No, I'm kidding. I know Diva never did nothing bad.
But even with that, Lola, like that's kind of hard because people are very good at giving a presentation or a representation of themselves that they want you to see and know.
Like Nicki Minaj's husband.
That's a fair example, but it's just like even if you do all that vetting, like you don't find out who someone truly is when you hit hell and high water, and by that time it could be too late. Unfortunately,
I wanted to address this. Someone says Sharrell should stop with this Royce story. It's a bit exploitative.
How so?
What do they mean?
Story is everywhere, and if you go on Lipstick Alley, it's even worse.
Dang.
Royce is in trouble. It's not going anywhere. This case is going to be covered. It's what's in the news. I'm so sorry. It's what's in the news. Hey, Corey, what you want to sound off on today? Do you want to talk about Khloe?
Hi, Corey. Hi.
You want to talk about Corey?
Khloe? No, I don't want to talk about Khloe.
Okay. Go ahead. Sound off.
Oh, I do.
We all know Tommy is crazy, and we all know Tommy loves to lie to us. So I'm gonna leave that one alone. So we all know the situation with the Queen Wendy. So we're gonna leave that alone. So we're gonna get with Miss Royce.
Tommy, let me add to this real quick. The next time you Photoshop a picture, put your legs in. Sorry, go ahead.
You know what's funny? Isn't it funny how he has a hoodie that says positive vibes and all he's done is some mess?
Regardless of what he's trying to accomplish. I'm not trying to harp on this, but hold on. The legs is too much for me. The legs.
Do you think he's like thirsty to be in Wendy's spotlight?
Because I don't even want to go there. Ask Diva. What do you think, Diva?
100%. 100%. Yeah. And he's doing the most right now, and he's failing miserably. He's getting a big fat F.
Okay, go ahead, Corey. Where else are you going to sound off?
So I told y'all when we first talked about this Royce situation that something had happened to that boy.
You did.
Because there's a 50-50 chance victims can become the abuser. Especially if they don't get help. Now, now my mama knew where I was at all times. And it just so happened when my attack happened, I was at a friend of the family's home. And it was her son and his cousin. They had to get me while I was asleep.
Oh,
that's the first and only time I was allowed to stay over somebody's house.
Do you think that Royce could get off?
No. No, she's not going to get off because
she's going to trial. They're asking for a grand jury to take this to trial.
She's not going to get off because if the boy was left in her care after the situation in school happened, she was supposed to follow these rules. See, my mom was a foster care parent, and there are strict rules you're supposed to follow when you get these kinds of kids. Also, when parents are giving back these kids, there are rules they have to follow. She didn't follow these rules. So she's not going to get off. She needs to stop doing whatever she's doing and get this boy some help, or else his life is ruined. I don't want his life to be ruined.
Now, does it make sense why they didn't charge Dwight?
Yes.
Yeah, he shouldn't be charged. He was nowhere around. He was doing his thing, and I'm sure
he also didn't like the picture, like you said, of him in bed with the guy, like, you know. So he voiced publicly that he didn't like it. So
you
there's
guys
a record
really
of him
a
being
picture. Let
disgusted.
me see if I can pull this picture up.
Don't put it up, Sharrell.
No, yeah, don't
I
put it up.
forgot.
No, don't.
We
I'll
in
send it to you
enough
on IG.
just talking about it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because they already triggered about us talking about it. Now, if you start posting pictures, y'all, girl.
Yeah, I forgot. Did they post the picture on? Was it on Basketball Wives or was it on her social media?
It was on social media that it was that she had posted the picture up.
Okay. Now, at first, I couldn't remember who she was until I just saw the picture you had up there. I was like, "Oh yeah, her." She was like season 1, 2, I think it was.
She was there seasons 1 through 4. 1 through 4.
Yeah. I stopped watching season 3.
You know what, Sharrell? Let me say this really quickly. I think that when people have children, they got to understand that it's the biggest blessing and it's a gift. And if unfortunately you and that child's parents split, to me, this is my own personal opinion, you owe your due diligence to your child. And you shouldn't be just bringing anybody and everyone around your children. No one's coming in my house. Nobody's spending the night at my house. I'll meet you at the Starbucks, the Dunkin' Donuts, at my back door or whatever. But you're not being around my kid, and I'm not going to change our whole habits to enter you into the building. Especially, I don't even know if you like me, and I don't even know if you like me. You darn sure don't know if you like my kid, and you want to do right by my children, right?
Yeah.
So people have to understand that before you let someone around your kid, you never know what can happen, but do your due diligence. People will meet someone today, and that person is sleeping in their house tomorrow with them and their kids.
I'm not trying to be messy, but would you give that same message to Kim Kardashian and Pete?
Yep.
This is
100%.
He's a nutcase. Oh, wait,
100%.
Sharrell, didn't you hear about the disgusting comments he made about kids? Apparently, did y'all hear about that?
I heard that.
Yeah, so Pete had made very provocative, sexually like comments about kids in an interview before. Corey, did he not? You said you heard it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He was in hot water for a while for it. I think it was a couple years ago. I think it was.
Yeah. What?
Was it like
he
on
almost
SNL
lost
as a
his
skit?
spot on SNL?
No, it wasn't a skit. It was like an interview, right? Wasn't it like an interview? It wasn't a skit because skit is written by somebody else. We all understand that. But like, it was something he said out of his own mouth in an interview, I believe. That was the setting.
And I think he almost lost his spot on SNL.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Smoke called me out.
Yes, messy. That was messy to do that.
I have to ask questions, Smoke. It is what it is. Sheila, did you have anything else to add to the conversation?
Yes, as far as Nene and Kandi, I agree that you can't have it both ways. But I can understand how at the end she said what she said. She may have seen some stuff, but as long as she was getting paid, she was okay with it. But Kandi shouldn't have been the person to bring it out. To me, it's like she's trying to stay in the spotlight by making comments. She needs to worry about keeping her ratings up in a restaurant.
Yeah, because she failing them food and she failing them inspections.
Keeping them ratings up and keeping her health score up.
Yes.
Straight F's or whatever.
How you gonna be an average restaurant and you just opened?
Right. You started.
How you gonna have a C plus and you just started your business? Come on now.
She said what she said.
I bet you Nene don't have a C plus. I think Nene has probably an A average at her bar.
Yeah, Nene don't play with cleanliness. She don't play about that.
Well, that's right. She does have a Lydia Lounge. That's hugely successful. You guys think that Kandi she just doesn't like Nene?
No, she doesn't like Nene. They never liked one another since season 2 when she came on.
When she did Tardy for the Party for Kim.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
And it was Nene's idea to begin with.
Right.
But not for nothing,
This
because of
nigga.
Nene's shenanigans, she's usually always right when she says stuff about people and people don't believe her. And lo and behold, things always seem to surface and we kind of be like,
Right.
oh, Nene
That's
was
true.
right.
That's
And she
true.
told Kandi Kim was not gonna pay her.
Oh my gosh. She did
Y'all
tell her
are
that.
a mess. It's a mess.
Oh, they
Listen,
want us to
Sheila,
bring up Khloe. They want us to bring up Khloe.
who wants to talk about Khloe?
Oh,
I do.
gosh.
I don't
Oh,
feel.
right.
Go ahead,
She
Lola.
sure know how to pick them, don't she?
Trey
She picks real
Songz.
winners. She picks real winners, don't she?
Why is she
Oh,
with
you
Trey
got
Songz?
charges? I'ma come to you. You
I mean,
like,
he's not A-list anymore. Why is she messing with him?
not only that, he's known
Y'all
to
are some
swing his
savages.
rod all
Could it be that
around.
he's messing with her to kind of distract from his current issues?
That
That's
could be.
true.
That could be.
Pay that legal fund. That's probably what he needs.
And Khloe will fund it.
Yeah,
She sure will, because she a pushover.
She
She would
is,
have been
man.
better off answering Lamar's calls. I mean,
I feel like
come on.
She paying for the karma of all the
Exactly.
Kardashian women. She paying for the karma, all of them. For all of them taking people's men, she's paying for all of it. I feel like it's all mounted on her.
But he
karma.
supposedly has a girlfriend, so she's doing the same thing over again. It's called insanity when you
I didn't say she
repeat
was
the
smart.
same behavior and expect a different result. Come on, now, Khloe.
Maybe she likes the challenge, Diva. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was right.
She don't know no better because her mama did the same thing.
Right.
Oh, I
It's
can't.
learned
Y'all,
behavior.
y'all are
Trisco
some
Bruce.
savages.
Yeah, that
Kobe
mama.
says, I warned everyone Pete was weird. I want credit.
Yes, Cody. I knew he was weird from the get-go.
People gonna get mad at me, but he from Staten Island. Do we expect much less? I'm from New York. Everything from Staten Island is
What's wrong with
crazy.
Staten Island? I got people out there.
They sus. They be on some sus stuff.
We gotta specify people.
Let
Not
me try
all
to
people
bring-
from Staten Island sus.
Thank you, Sheila, for calling in. Is your husband there?
I said what I said.
Yes, he's in the background. Say hi, babe.
They so cute in their picture. They so cute.
Tell him we said
No.
hello, okay?
Yeah, hey, we're just an old 60-year-old couple.
God
we
bless
love
them.
y'all.
We wish we could have that.
that knows you better watch your children and don't be leaving them with strange men. That's what you know.
Amen.
Or women.
Exactly.
Or
Exactly.
women.
Right.
Anyway,
Okay,
I'm
you
trying to get
guys.
in more calls. Thank you so much for calling in, Sheila. I appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye.
You know, I
Bye.
dated a man for a whole year before he knew I had Brendan.
Before
That's
what?
good.
That's good.
And he was 2. It was time to introduce him to my family, so that's when he found out about Brendan.
Let me see if I can squeeze Perry on the screen. Sometimes I can't hear when there's too many people. Let me see.
No more
Perry,
Come on,
y'all.
Perry. Come
Perry, I
on,
thought you took
Perry.
the day off.
No, I was taking
Hey,
a day
Perry.
off, but Tommy's making me work.
Yeah.
He's making me work. You know, the whole thing is this. Let me touch on Tommy first. Look, if you're gonna edit something, don't have two different photos and you leave the legs in the first photo. Right? Do it correctly. Like, I mean, the whole thing is this. Nobody can come at your sister or at you, but you making a fool out of the whole thing by trying to edit and go along with it.
Now
right?
you have to put a disclaimer out there because you and Tommy have a relationship.
No. We truly do, but I'm just saying as a friend, right?
Yeah.
And if I had a friend that wanted to do something strange like
Man,
Robert
these
Bank,
messy men
Do
stick together, huh?
do it. I mean, if you're gonna rob a bank, I got a friend that want to rob a bank. Do it smartly, right? But you got to check your errors, right? You can't show up with no legs. You just can't do it. As far as Khloe is with. I can see her messing with Trey Songz because she want to guarantee that somebody's gonna take it from her.
Take what? Wait, what?
Perry.
No, she want to guarantee when I
Wait,
go out
what?
tonight, somebody gonna take it from me.
Y'all
And
didn't
she
catch
used to-
that, T?
and she
No,
used
what?
to be- and
Say
she
it
used to
again.
be-
What'd you say?
Harry, back up. What are you talking
Ooh,
about?
I caught that. I felt that in my spirit.
Wait, no. Yeah, you understand it. She want to guarantee if I go out tonight, I ain't gonna just buy this meal with nothing. She want to guarantee that somebody's gonna take it.
Perry, I
And
can't.
she's used to being a side chick.
Perry,
She's used to being a side chick.
Mm.
So it's nothing new.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
As far as Nene concerned, you know what?
Perry.
I'm not gonna say Andy is racist or not racist,
All from
right?
the 7-Eleven parking
But
lot.
the whole thing is, if he was to Nene, she embraced it as long as she got that damn paycheck.
Hello.
Mhm.
Andy didn't do nothing
Mhm.
wrong. And people
Mhm.
say, oh, well, Kandi could have waited. She could have did this. You know what? Nene didn't wait. As soon as her paycheck dropped, she just started just throwing out, and she don't care what happened to the other women on Housewives of Atlanta.
Well, they don't care what happened to her.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
true.
that's fine, right? So if they don't care what happened to her, Kandi don't have to care what happened to them neither.
Period.
So we can't have it both ways.
Period.
But watch Kandi be next, though. Watch Kandi be next because
Candy's
technically
not going to be next, okay? Candy's the queen of that show. She's not going to
No.
be next.
Please.
No,
Oh,
Sebastian.
Sebastian,
Sebastian, I've been waiting for this opportunity
Sebastian,
to be
stop.
on the main line
Sebas,
with
you starting already.
That's what we
Sebas,
not
you just
going to
got
do.
on
That's
here.
what we
One
not
more
going to
thing,
do. We're not going to
one
tell
more thing, and then I'm
lies
gonna leave.
on this
I'm
panel
gonna leave.
here.
One more thing.
Sabbath.
I'm actually trying to take a day off. But one more thing with this. And Pete is a straight up clout chaser.
Mhm.
I was trying to tell y'all, he's trying to use this Kim movement for everything he can suck out of her, right?
Mhm.
He gonna go and get her name painted on his chest.
No, not painted. He
Well, I
got
know.
it
Branded.
branded on his chest.
That's what I'm saying. At what level, when you got clout chasers, they won't stop.
Right.
And as far as that, that's all I got to say. Sharrell, I'm gonna take the rest of the day off.
Bye, Perry. Bye.
Candy
Nice.
nice, get replaced though.
Nice shirt, Perry.
Okay, Sebastian, what you want to sound up on?
Oh, you got
Okay.
AJ on here too with Sebastian. We could have been like,
Hey.
Hey
guys. Sebastian, what do you want to sound off on?
Okay, first I wanna address the Kandi situation. Candy's not gonna go
you
nowhere.
gotta do it. You gotta do it tactful because Smoke is sitting over there ready to pop off. Go ahead.
Okay, if Lisa Rinna is still here with no storyline, nothing, just drug addict kids and herself, Kandi will be here.
Oh, sugar booger.
Oh,
Kandi will be here too. Okay, Kandi will be here.
Kandi
Can I
has
just
been interesting
say-
since season 9. That was the last time she had an
Yeah.
interesting storyline. And even before that, it was Mama Joyce who was doing all the work with her with Ty.
oh no.
But she's still stuck through. Okay, there's
Hold
always that one
on,
person-
Sebastian. You just called Lisa Rinna's kids drug addicts.
They are. They are.
They are.
So true
They
though.
are.
Oh God,
are.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with the panel.
Oh
ahead,
my
I
God.
don't know I don't know about Beverly
Another
Hills, so I
thing,
can't speak
I
on
want to
that.
talk about the Royce Reed
Brandon
situation.
made fun of Kim, and now her daughters are little Kims now.
Ooh, Lola.
Go ahead, Sebastian. Go ahead, go. Lola a mess. Go ahead, Sebastian.
Okay, I want to talk about the Royce Reed situation. That situation is very sad with that child. That is very sad. Personally, if I was Royce, if you know you can't fully watch that child forever 24/7, you should have that child committed because obviously this child has a psychological.
Wait, whoa. You think the child should be committed?
Yes, I do. I do think the child.
Why would you say that?
Because it's very late right now. Right now, it's a very late moment to try to treat this what he has. It's very late. This is a tendency that probably happened. He probably was exposed to the trauma around 10, 11, maybe 12. It wasn't addressed then. Now it's when it's gonna start. It's gonna go. It's bad now. It's just bad. I think he should be committed. I don't think he should be committed for the rest of his life, but he should be committed right now. I personally would have him committed. I understand it's a hard decision, but that's what she needs to do. Because if she's not gonna homeschool him to make sure she can watch him, because that's the only thing she should do, homeschool so she can watch him 24/7. If she can't do that, then she's gonna have to commit him. She will have to commit him. I really think she.
Well, that's what the social worker said last time. That came
awful.
on.
Damn. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Sebastian.
It's very sad. This is very sad because obviously this child has been through something. There would be no reason for this child to be acting like this unless they have been through something. I'm also because this doesn't really happen in kids like that. It really doesn't unless something has happened to them. Also,
What were you going to say, Sebastian? Go ahead.
Go
ahead, Sebastian.
I want to sound off on Khloe Kardashian. Khloe, you get them the same way you lose them, Khloe. You get them the same way you lose them. Khloe, everything that's happening with your Tristan situation and all that, this is what happens. This is exactly what happens. Why are you with an alleged SA'er? Why?
Yeah.
Why, Khloe?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I mean, they go way back, don't they? Trey Songz and Khloe.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
Well, he used to date her. He used to go out with her, Khloe
Wait,
Kardashian.
what?
Trey
When?
Songz. Yes, and allegedly
When?
and she ain't the only one he's allegedly slept with. Allegedly he slept with few of
Of the
them.
sisters.
You mean
Kim, yeah, as well.
y'all need to stop. You need to stop,
It's
AJ.
So
That's
the
what you
game,
It's
need.
just like the game.
the game
Community.
and him hit the family
Yeah.
up.
Mm.
Well, basically,
That's
Trey
community.
Songz and Chloe, they've been having this on and off relationship many years ago, even before like she had the baby. And Kim was dating him as well.
Damn.
And I also think Kendall or Kylie, one of them, has dealt with him, just
Mm.
like Drake.
What? No.
Just like Drake. Yeah.
Instead of stealing each other's shirts, they steal each other's men and borrow.
These some nasty
Mm.
broads.
Right.
That's all of
Nasty
young
hoes.
Hollywood,
Yeah,
though. That's
expose
all of
them, yay.
Hollywood.
That
Yay
is
needs to
not
expose them.
Hollywood, Sebastian. I would never be
I
with
said
my
that.
sister's ex. That's crazy.
Well, that's
Expose
what
them,
Hollywood
yay.
does. They
Expose
pass
them.
around each other's man.
Yeah, but
And
in the
allegedly,
family,
he's
Corey.
also slept with.
Well, in the
can I say
family is
something?
wrong, yeah.
And
But
also, allegedly, he's also had a relationship with Black China. Allegedly,
get out.
I believe
I
that.
slept with her.
Oh my
Mm.
God. Pete
He
Bonji
slept
is
with a lot of
confirming
people.
that she
Wow.
dated Trey
Yeah,
Songz back in 2016.
yeah.
This man
And
has
Kris Jenner. No, I'm playing.
this man
I wouldn't
has
be
the
surprised.
most heinous allegations against him. If I thought they were true, I'm not messing with you.
Somebody in the chat
Yeah.
said they went to Kevin Hart's wedding together.
Whoa.
Yeah, she went up.
Gosh. Oh gosh.
Mm.
What is wrong with Khloe Kardashian? Okay, you might pick a
Well,
bad
she's
relationship every now and then, but this is
Right.
consistent.
Yeah.
this is
Do you think
consistent.
it's because she's OJ's daughter?
Um,
She just got bad luck.
No, it's what her mama taught her.
Oh, oh my
Was that wrong? I'm sorry.
that was
Not
that
sorry.
was shade. That
Shots
was shade.
fired. 313.
But can we rehabilitate Khloe?
No,
No.
Yes, no.
no.
Chloe's gone. I feel bad for Chloe a little bit because Chloe is the most sensible one till she start having a lot of work done. Have you noticed she's gone skinnier and skinnier? And also
Yeah.
her skin
Yeah.
tone and her nose has gone a bit smaller and smaller. So I'm just noticing she's been doing too much. She's stressed out and she's competing a lot because she was always the ugly sister. And
She was
now
never ugly though. To
He
me,
was never ugly.
She
No,
was.
she was.
Come on, Corey.
okay,
Come
she
on.
wasn't.
No,
she
Okay,
wasn't
she wasn't a
ugly.
classic
Never
beauty,
No,
but she was
Right.
not
she
a
wasn't.
dog.
Khloe
No, but
Kardashian, don't make me start posting pictures,
She
okay?
was
Oh,
not
yeah,
a
No,
post
dog
pictures
Sharrell,
though.
then.
no.
Post pictures next to OJ.
No. Sharrell,
Stop,
no, don't do her like
Lola,
The
that.
hairdresser.
She was not an attractive.
She was just real
No.
tall. Like she was just really tall. Like that's it.
Oh,
I
can I
don't
say
know.
something about Kandi as well?
I'm
Kandi,
trying to
she
get to
knows, like, Sharrell, I just want to say about Kandi, Kandi, she knows what side of her bread is buttered. You
Mm-hmm.
know, she's got a show with Bravo.
Mhm.
You know, she's got
Yeah.
allegedly she's been paid a lot of money by Bravo due to
Yeah.
a contract mistake, I think, because she signed a contract years ago and they can't change it. Because if they could, they would. Trust me. Because they're not.
Mm-hmm.
No way they're going to
Yeah.
give her that much money. All right, and she's not giving us nothing. Last season, she was just a mediator. This season, she's going to play the matriarch, and
Oh
she's
God.
allegedly just going to be like, she's not going to give too much drama. She's just going to be like, I just think
Well, that I
she
don't know,
wanted to be
AJ, because
Nene.
she said her and Marlo really go below the belt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
her and
It's
Marlo,
about
or-
time.
yeah,
Marlo
but even
Good.
Marlo, I
Well,
think
remember
maybe
that
her.
Marla called her out. She's a paymaster. Remember? She said to her, you know what? You're paymaster. Because remember when Todd used to be a cameraman and they met
Mm-hmm.
each other in Africa?
Mhm.
And basically,
Let me
Marla
upgrade
called her
ya.
out in the reunion.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, you know what? You buy men a lot of expensive cars. She bought him a Range Rover, apparently. And she said, no, he just drives it around. He borrows mine or whatever. Do you remember that at the reunion? So I
Yeah.
think, like,
Oh
she
yeah.
wants, like,
Damn, AJ's
that
good.
stigma is
Mm-hmm.
that stigma
AJ,
is
yeah,
now
you're
come off
good.
Todd.
You're good. You're good,
Oh,
AJ.
That's
You
why
don't
we
forget
love you.
anything. That's good.
He's good and cute
Yeah, that's
too.
so many years ago. Oh,
But
I
can
think
I ask a
Corey's
question though?
flirting with
Oh,
AJ.
he blushing. He blushing.
Yes,
Go
that's
ahead,
right.
yeah.
Smoke. What
AJ,
did
So
you
show us some
say?
teeth. Show us some teeth.
yeah, yeah, that was some good tea like back in the day because we forget, but it all adds up now. Like when we all look
Yeah.
back, like how they used to be. Now with Candy, she's like always had this problem with Nene Leakes due to the fact that she was, Kim Zolciak's best friend on the show.
Yeah.
Because when she came on the show second season, she didn't have a lot of, Nene was not much there doing the scenes. It was much. She wasn't filming so much with Nene. She was filming a lot with the other girls. So
Woo.
she tended to take her side, and it was like a big misunderstanding. I would say even if it was. Oh, that's
Yeah,
nice.
at least the Lou Hartwell brought her on.
Right. But I have a
Yeah,
question. I have a question, AJ. Don't you feel like it's a red flag since you brought up Todd that Kandi is abundantly wealthy, and on the show, she wants to help her family members, like her cousin who went to culinary school. And Todd seems to have such an issue with her helping her family a bit, like move on up. Like, isn't that a red flag? Like, she's abundantly wealthy. It's not like she's buying them
yeah.
Lamborghinis. She's just paying them
Well,
away to make money on their own,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
investing in them.
he has like all these businesses. Most of these businesses, he is like sort of a behind the scenes guy. And especially like with Candy Coded, he was that was their like first business, if I believe, right? They had
Her and
together that
Todd.
radio show. Yeah, her
No,
Todd, like
she
that
had that.
was
She had
straight
that
on.
before Todd.
Oh right, but he just was he not the cameraman? I just thought he was the
He was a
cameraman.
producer. He was a
Or did I-
producer on the show. I
Producer.
think a
Yeah.
location producer.
Yeah, he was the location producer. But I think basically she doesn't want Nene Leakes to come back for obvious reasons. Because they're not getting along at all. It would just change the dynamic. She's sitting very well right now. I think like a lot of people who are on this season have a lot of respect for her, except for maybe Marlo. Marlo's probably going to get into her, but she's got Kenya, her lapdog, and she's got she's
Sheree.
and
She
she's
by
got
Sheree.
Sheree. She's by Sheree, she gets on with very well. Well, we'll see because Sheree, she likes to wait a season, and then the following season she likes to bring stuff up. Have you noticed that every time she
Yep.
comes back,
You are
she
just
always like
dragging
saying
Candy.
like,
Oh my God. In that
Drag
nice
on,
little
AJ.
voice
Drag
of
on.
yours. Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah,
Now,
she
And
got no
also Monique.
personality.
And also Monique, this might be a little bit controversial because Monique, I really, really like Monique. She's fantastic, like for the culture and everything. And her Oscar win was like iconic. But Monique,
Oh yeah, Monique.
her husband is just the worst. Like it's his fault.
Daddy,
Like to be
you talking
honest,
about daddy?
yeah. When she went, like the reason why she says that she was blackballed was because she didn't go to, the Cannes Film Festival. And if anybody knows about the Cannes Film Festival, it's an honor to be invited to that.
Come
Basically,
on
no
now,
one gets
talk
paid.
AJ.
Amen.
You do not get a fee to attend that award show. The privileges that you get from coming to the Cannes is like you would be sent. You probably most likely would get a private jet flown out there. You'll probably most likely have like a luxury yacht, or like you could bring your family with you. You will have free food. You'll have haute couture fashions dressing you, free clothes.
yeah.
That's what you will get, and
Come on,
exposure.
AJ.
That's what it's all about.
You
So she
Diva, we were
doesn't
doing
like
really
good
want
today.
you
We
to
were
come
doing
back
good today.
and
Don't mess
We
it
you
were
up.
have to
just
mingle.
today.
Smoke, do you
Huh?
got a response?
I do, because Monique did bring that up to the table when she was talking with, I think, Lionsgate or Tyler Perry or Oprah, one of the three that they sent to be like, what do we have to do to get you there? And she did mention like, okay, getting her team there and whatnot, and also a fee. So I mean, she has a right to ask what she wants to ask
No,
for.
No, come on, AJ. Talk to them,
nobody.
AJ.
No, nobody's basically. You have like Oscar-winning actors like Meryl Streep and like bigger than her. Like we just, to be honest with you, she's new in this whole. Excuse me for saying white Hollywood. She's new in this scene. So for her to enter into white Hollywood, and she's been invited to the Cannes Film Festival,
Come
like
on,
not a lot
AJ.
of black actors are
But
invited to that. Like
can we
Samuel
condemn
Jackson,
her?
I
Wait,
think
but
he
she
was
said she
fine.
turned it down because she wanted to spend more time with her family because she had been missing time with her twins, right?
Right.
So can we
Yes.
really like Cannes is amazing. I
No.
agree with you completely. It's like international Oscars, like all people from all over the world, amazing actors go there. But
Right.
what I'm trying to say, it is an amazing opportunity. But what I'm trying to say is that can we really condemn her for choosing her family over the Hollywood glamour? You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
yes,
It was about
yes,
money,
you can.
Lola. Yeah, come on,
Yes, I
come
think
on,
No,
you
AJ.
can.
We had
I
this
really think you
conversation
can because
yesterday,
no,
Lola,
you
and we
can't.
got dragged. Why are you
yeah,
trying to bring it back up?
I
I'm
Because she
saying
want me and
I
family
Diva to go
first.
at it again.
I can
I
respect the
think so.
integrity behind it, though. I can
But
respect
we
her
got
as a
let's hear
mother putting her
AJ. Let's
family
hear
first.
AJ.
Go
Let's hear
ahead,
I
AJ.
AJ.
think you know.
Diva, I
I
was saying something too. Okay.
no, but you know what? I don't believe in it. I'm sorry, Lola. Do you know what? When you basically have an Oscar winner and you have a movie to promote, she's got a husband, she's got a family to take care of those kids. She can go away for like 4 or 5 days. And if she's got a problem with it, then she has tickets to buy for those kids and bring them with her.
I gotta let
And do
I
But
I,
gotta
her
let
thing,
I gotta let
that's my
smoke
opinion.
I
but
I
gotta let
just think
smoke talk.
okay,
I
but
think
her
she
thing. Go
blew
ahead,
it.
AJ. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go
I
ahead,
just
smoke,
think
because
she
you're
blew
dying to
it.
talk. I know you are. Go ahead.
No, no, no.
Sorry,
I mean,
Smoke.
my thing is like what Lola was saying. Like her thing was not only was she doing domestic promotion for Precious in the States, she was also doing the Monique show. She was also doing a comedy tour at the same time. So that was a little bit of space of time she had in that season to be with her family. So
And
her
also, they didn't know the movie was going to be that big. Remember, it was
right.
more of an independent project. So Cannes wasn't even a possibility. It blew
No,
up
no
after the
one.
fact. So when they did, hold on. So when they did their initial negotiations, it was about her doing domestic tours, like Smoke was saying. Go ahead, Smoke.
Yeah,
No,
no,
no, no,
like
no, no, hold on. AJ is dropping the knowledge to y'all and the
Oh
fact
my
that
God,
we were
Diva,
what?
we
trying
can
to
have a
put
Yeah,
across
difference in
to y'all
opinion,
yesterday.
girl.
This is
yeah.
the diamond of all invites. You going to spit out a diamond invite to go to the cans? Let this man speak. He's dropping
Yeah,
knowledge. He's
For
trying
but
my
to help
here's the
you
kids,
thing with
out.
that.
for
But
my
Can you
kids,
Diva,
let
I'm
him
gonna
Diva,
talk?
see,
Can
we
we
Kids
stop?
come first.
Diva,
kids
come on
come
now. We were
first.
doing so good today. We were doing so good today. We were on the
Right, Diva,
same
sir, you wrong,
page,
Diva.
and now you about to mess up a good thing. But I'll just say this:
Come
yes,
on, AJ. Speak the
but we
knowledge.
know
Speak
Monique is
the
not
facts.
traditional
we need,
Yo,
Hollywood. She's not
Diva
we
gonna
too
kiss
need,
no
Perry.
one's ring.
we
She's not
need
gonna do
her.
all those things. She's gonna keep her integrity in place. And like as
Yeah,
any human being, no matter what field they're in, you should approach whatever
integrity.
decisions with respect.
I'm sorry.
It,
I'm sorry.
Right.
She chose an industry. She chose an industry,
come
right?
on.
She's very talented, and she wants to be on Netflix, and she
Come,
wants to be, recognized by all these people. You have to pay your dues.
come
It
on,
costs like
AJ.
this is work, right? She's contracted to do all these things. She has to do it.
No,
If the biggest star of the show, the biggest star of the film,
but
is
Oh
not even
God.
going to turn up to the Cannes Film Festival,
H.
that is really, really bad on Lee Daniels. That is bad on whoever produced it, Oprah and all these other people.
Mm-hmm.
That's really bad on them because, like,
I
this is like
AJ,
Thank
she
you,
had 20
AJ.
years of experience
this
before
is a
that
group of
movie.
people,
She was a
Right.
and
successful
it's
comedian and had a successful TV show. How much
Right.
more does she have to pay her
I don't
dues
know.
to be like
Yes.
she is here?
Smoke,
Amen.
She should
smoke,
not have to
smoke,
keep
Exactly,
doing that
smoke.
over and
Period.
over.
smoke,
Smoke.
smoke.
So they say it's
Can we get
enough.
an
So they
amen
say
to
it's
what
enough.
AJ is saying? Can
No,
we
we
I'm
get
not.
an
cannot. No, we
amen?
I,
cannot.
He's
It's
dropping
No.
knowledge.
blasphemous.
I'm
He's
respectfully
dropping
Oprah,
disagree. I'm
No, we
respectfully
cannot.
facts. He's
disagree.
Denied.
dropping
Disagree
Oprah,
to
Amen. Your
knowledge.
amen
disagree.
is denied. Your amen is
and listen to
denied.
this, Oprah.
But my thing with
Decline.
that is with that AJ
Can
is
I
just like, and
say,
even like Diva, I think you made this point yesterday about like look at Tom Cruise and Angelina Jolie, like they promote whatever movie they're in, they're promoting all over. Well, yeah,
Right.
that's kind of easy when you're getting paid $10 to $20 million a picture. Then I
Amen.
could be like,
no,
and that way you can hold that stance, be like, we already paid you this much to do that, so you can't expect
this was
Monique to have the same mentality as someone who's getting paid millions of dollars when she's
yeah.
only getting paid $50,000 to $60,000 for a picture.
No,
Exactly.
I disagree. They paid their dues. Like these people that you're mentioning, they were in small budget movies and they worked themselves up to be Hollywood stars. Then you have like Monique, who is basically in her breakthrough
Oh my
career,
God.
right? This is a breakthrough career movie,
This is an
right? No,
exaggeration.
everybody's gonna notice her, right? So she needs to work a little bit harder than everyone else and take that
Oh,
Come
So
on,
you're saying she
AJ.
wasn't working
and
hard?
Hold on. I have a
Yeah,
question.
yeah.
May I
Yeah.
interject? May
And
I?
I don't
May I
believe she was
interject?
paid $50,000. I don't believe that. That is probably
Wait,
She
like
said
hold
it
on
No,
one
no,
second. She
herself.
no,
did say
AJ.
that.
okay,
She
hold
did
on
say
one
That
at
was
a
that.
time, one at a
What
true.
is
time.
that?
One at a
That
Wait,
is
Is
time.
that
true,
proven
can I
fact?
interject real quick? Can I interject real quick?
Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Lola. Go ahead.
So Amazing Grace is saying, but Monique cannot choose family over Hollywood, then get mad when Hollywood
Woo!
doesn't choose her. I'm guessing.
Come
Hold on,
on,
but
Amazing
she's not.
Grace.
Wait, hold on. Dang, Diva. No, what I'm trying to say is that just because she declines to go to one major event doesn't mean that she should be punished for the next 10 years. That is beyond
No, it
Exactly.
wasn't
ridiculous.
just one
She
event. It
she
wasn't
said
just the
she
one
could
event.
not make it. She said she could not make it to the Cannes Festival because of
Mm-hmm.
family duties. That should be respected. Period. The
Well, that
Thank
movie
you,
wasn't
was
just
not
Khadijah, as
it.
meant
well.
to be a major blockbuster. Oh my god, I
Blockbuster.
can't talk.
Got you.
Explosion that it became. They became lucky from that, and it was mainly due to her performance. Do not forget that, because y'all
Lola,
seem to forget
Lola
that
is
she
due
made
to
that
her bad
movie with her
attitude.
acting. Hold on, I'm not. And so what I'm trying to say is that she's allowed to decline one event and
And she
continue to be
respectfully
the great
declined.
And
actress
she
that she
paid the
is.
price. And she paid the price
For
for
10
her
years,
Who
Diva.
is
decline.
she
For
to
10
decline?
years,
Who
Diva.
is
For like
she?
She
10
paid the
years.
Excuse
price.
me.
Y'all
But here's
Excuse
the
me.
crazy.
Who
thing,
is
Diva. If
she
that's
to
the case, she would have
decline
never won an
anything?
award. She would have never won the
Excuse me.
Oscar.
But
Oh.
who is she to decline? I don't think, who is she to decline anything, to be honest with you? She's in a privileged position. She's no position to decline
Oh.
anything.
Kimberly,
A
he don't
lot of
want
people
to.
would kill
Oh,
for that opportunity. And she's out here like making a mockery. Her husband has been rude to a lot of
Sharrell, look
people.
at what
And
Trav
he's
Reese's
been
said. Look
being
at what
making a
Trav
massive
mockery
said
and
in the
being rude to
comments.
people.
Trav,
Hold up. Oh no.
AJ,
Oh no.
look
I'm
at
gonna
what
turn
Trav
my sights
said.
on AJ. Diva, you're gonna sit this one out today. So what do you mean, AJ, when you
I'm backing
say
Smoke
that
up
her
today.
husband is a
I'm in
problem
London. I'll
and she's
stay in
and who is
London.
she to respectfully decline? Let's get into it.
She respectfully declined. She's allowed to
Y'all,
do that. She's not
okay,
contractually
wait. This
obligated to go to Cannes.
first of all,
I don't know.
Trav, you are too much.
I don't.
Okay, he's from.
That was a read. That's a read.
Well, second of all, I cannot believe we're having this conversation part 2 again today, and it's still as hostile as yesterday.
Hostile. Hostile.
I,
Because AJ's dropping the
was
knowledge
it
and
really
they
bad?
refusing to hear it. They refusing
No,
to hear it.
no.
He's
He's
dropping the
dropping his
knowledge. He's
perspective,
coming here
Diva.
with
It's
the
That's my
okay.
facts.
perspective,
We're
yeah.
allowed to
We
have
can
a
Yeah.
agree
difference
to
in
disagree. I'm
opinion.
not
It's a
trying to.
democracy.
Because nobody can hear when y'all going at it. Why don't we do this? Why
Right.
don't we
When
all
he,
respectfully agree to disagree, and
Yes.
let's
Amen.
not talk about Monique tomorrow? Okay? Can we do
Okay.
that?
yes,
Okay.
yes. And Wendy Williams, it's so
Exactly, Kobe.
sad. It's so sad, Wendy Williams. Like, I feel really bad. Like, I think Tommy is doing this by himself. No one's told him to go out and do anything, and he's doing it by himself. And he's just making it a lot worse for her. And have you heard that allegedly, like you said, she's going to be on The View? Why would she be on The View
It makes
as
no
well? Like,
sense.
what? It
No,
doesn't.
the
I
view
don't
needs
believe in it.
her.
I think she'll have a podcast that probably suits her a little bit better. That's what I think.
Yeah.
She'll probably come back for a podcast. But on The View, I don't think she'll do that. She'll probably sit down with like ET or like someone like is Barbara Walters. Is she still retired?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's like 90
Oh,
something,
damn.
I think. That's why. I mean, like,
You know,
yeah.
All
we'll
right,
be happy
guys.
if
Oprah's
Wendy
not
does
going to do it.
a video on her cell phone, a real one, a current one.
Y'all are
Right.
too much.
I
Look,
think they
we've
want
gone
her on
over
The View.
again. We've gone over again. I
Oh,
gotta
okay.
end it here.
Oh,
Dang.
This was just as volatile as yesterday.
Team
was it really
Monique.
bad?
And nobody changed nobody's mind. AJ, you have added fuel to a fire.
Oh
I
my
don't know what you
God.
were dropping,
The
but
knowledge.
Smoke was not having it.
I was
Smoke was
just,
not having
Nope.
it.
I'm sorry.
Neither was
I was just
I.
coming from my.
Neither was
I'm,
I.
Thank you,
well,
Sebastian.
I'm Team
you
Monique.
know what?
Okay.
I like you
Team
all
Monique.
anyway. I really like you, but we can all disagree. We all have different opinions, but I respect you all.
Absolutely.
yes,
We respect you
yes.
too.
Thank
you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you knew that much over there in England. You are not backing down. Anyway, thank you guys for calling in. I appreciate the call.
Thank
I
you.
always love the conversation. And thanks, Smoke, for the smoke.
Always got to bring it.
Yes.
Who's next on the
I
fire
love
squad?
me some
Different.
Smoke. Smoke shady
Smoke
like
is
me.
good. I like
Exactly,
smoke.
Sheila.
All right. Thank you guys. I'm going to go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you
Have a
so
good
much.
one. See you tomorrow.
Take care,
Okay. Bye,
everyone.
guys. That
Bye.
is so funny. Oh, my God. Sorry. That was crazy. I cannot believe we had the same conversation the next day. This is crazy. But anyway, I wanted to thank everyone for your super chats. You don't have to support the channel, and you do. So I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, everyone in the chat, for your opinions. That's what we come to do. We come here to say how we feel. So that's what we do. And Diva, girl, you don't back down.
Listen.
So hopefully tomorrow we'll get the rest of the panel here. Just me and Diva holding down the fort. Perry trying to jump in, rain on our parade. Let's say bye on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.